This short video will explain the 11 anti-doping rule violations, or ADRVs. Remember, all 11 rules apply to all athletes at all levels, while 7 also apply to support staff. Let's start with the rules that apply to athletes. Presence is when an athlete is tested and their sample comes back positive. Even if an athlete has not intentionally used a prohibited substance, if it's in their sample, they've committed an ADRV. Use is when Sport Integrity Australia can show that an athlete has used or tried to use something that's prohibited, even if they've never been tested before or did not intend to use the prohibited substance. Text messages, athlete admissions, and witness statements can all show use. Athletes can ask for a short delay, but they can't refuse or fail to complete sample collection. Turning around and running away from a doping control officer or chaperone after being selected for testing is an example of evasion. Athletes who are in the registered testing pool must report their whereabouts, including a 1-hour window in which they must be available for testing each day. Failing to report where they're going to be, or not being there during their 1-hour window, will earn an athlete a whereabouts failure. 3 whereabouts failures in 12 months is an ADRV. The following rules apply to both athletes and support staff. Tampering includes things like modifying a sample, providing false information on the doping control form, or intimidating witnesses during a doping case. Possession of a prohibited item without a valid therapeutic use exemption is an ADRV. Say an athlete has their luggage searched at the airport and a prohibited substance is found. They can be sanctioned for possession, even if they don't intend to use the substance. Trafficking means passing along prohibited items to athletes or support staff. Let's say a coach orders some prohibited substances online to give to their team. The coach's plan is discovered before the package arrives, and the coach can be sanctioned for attempted trafficking. Administration is putting a prohibited substance into an athlete's body or giving them something using a prohibited method. It could be something like a team doctor giving an athlete an unnecessary blood transfusion, or an athlete injecting a teammate with a prohibited substance. Complicity is intentionally assisting, encouraging, or covering up an ADRV by another person. Like if the manager of a team knows some of the athletes are doping and tells them to hide in the change rooms when testing staff arrive at training. It could also be an athlete knowing a teammate is doping and not speaking up to report the doping behaviour. Prohibited association is associating in a professional or sport-related capacity with anyone currently serving a sanction. Athletes can't visit doctors who are banned from sport or be trained by banned coaches. Retaliation covers threatening or intimidating someone to stop them speaking up about doping and seeking revenge on someone who has already spoken up. For example, an athlete knows their teammate is doping and tells their coach. The coach tells the athlete that if they report the doping, they will be kicked off the team. The coach can be sanctioned for retaliation. That's a lot of ADRVs to remember. You don't have to remember them all word for word. You can find the full list and heaps of other handy features on the Sport Integrity app.